What is up, Copy Squad? It's your boy, Kyle Milligan of KyleTheWriter.com, coming to you live from Delray Beach, Florida. And today we're going to ask and answer, what is copywriting? This idea came from a Google and YouTube search I was running just a minute ago. I was trying to think of some content for today. It's tough coming up with a video every single day. So I just Googled copywriting, really broad search terms, and what is copywriting, and very generic stuff like that came up. So I was like, okay, video near the top. I was like, let me watch this, see what he says. What's up, Copy Squad? I'm going to interrupt this video for just a moment. You'll notice that this video, which I filmed live, has some editing done to it. And that is because I did something that I don't think I stand by in retrospect. Like, once I uploaded this, I thought that I should probably change this. And that thing was, I called out another marketer by name, and it didn't really jive with my values as a marketer. I know already when people try to call me out as a person with just 400 subscribers, I'm like, hey, I'm a dude, I don't like being called out, it bothers me. So I don't care whether someone has 400, 500, 10,000, 1 million, 2 million subscribers. It's not something that I think I want to be associated with, or the kind of practice that I want to roll with. So I could have just edited the video, but I think I want to take a moment to pause and say that to be correct, you don't have to make someone else incorrect. You don't have to directly go after anybody, and I don't have to tear down someone else to build myself up. So this is kind of like my vow very early on. I've only been at this for like a couple months now, but I think this is a mistake that I don't want to make. And I think going forward, I'll try to remember this moment and make sure that I am not one of those marketers who succumbs to clickbait and tries to ride the coattails of other more successful people to build myself up. So you will notice slight editing in this video, but I did keep the rest of the content intact. I hope you do enjoy it. Thanks so much for watching, Copy Squad. Here's the rest of the video. And I heard a definition that I didn't quite agree with. So I want to kind of address that. I kind of want to talk about what is copywriting, what does a copywriter do, and what copywriting is not, okay? So I'm watching his video, and he is giving like a talk, and he says, the old definition of copywriting is salesmanship in print, but that definition is out of date. That's what video I was watching. He says the new definition, for his definition, would be copywriting is using the written word to start, enhance, or extend a relationship with a customer that includes salesmanship in print. And I happen to disagree. He said this definition covers a broader spectrum now that we have social media and all sorts of other junk, I guess. He says, okay, we need a new updated definition. And my opinion is that the copywriting definition kind of still is the copywriting definition. By definition of being a definition, it is already defined. And it is kind of like permanent. That's the definition of what a thing is, right? So for instance, if I create a new sport, and it involves dribbling, but I have to punt a ball through a field goal, is it basketball because there's dribbling in it? I don't think so. So this actually ties directly, and it kind of was funny because it's at the top of the copywriting search list, and it hits on one of my biggest pet peeves, and that is the mingling of content writing with the definition of copywriting. So basically, I want to cover, I got some notes here to make sure I don't get off topic too much. I kind of get on rants when it comes to these content writing questions and copywriting things. Okay, so yeah, let's do this. Let's follow the notes. What's up, guys? Welcome to the live. Okay, so let me talk about a little bit about my definition of copywriting. Okay, so first and foremost, copywriting is using the written word to sell, or I'll go a little bit broader. Okay, it is to get someone to take a very specific action. That could be click here now, which usually is to a sales page or to a product cart, right? So generally, copywriting is writing with the express intent to push someone into an action, to push them in a direction to take action, okay? That's why I don't think content writing and copywriting are the same thing. More specifically, so my broad overall view is writing that is specifically positioned and structured in order to make someone take action. Now, that's the broad one. Here's the very specific definition that I like, is that copywriting is a language. And here's why it's a language. It is a language that is specifically designed to communicate to your emotional brain. and I came across some interesting research while I was writing my sales letter for my book, Take Their Money. Take Their Money is my book. It's about the language of copywriting. It's available at copywriter.com/book, and it teaches you how to write words that really make you rich by speaking directly to the customer's emotional brain. And I was looking for research that supported my claim that you need to speak to the emotional brain, right? Like writing content, educating, informing, blog posts does not make people take action. And I was like, I need proof. So let me look up some proof. And lo and behold, I found a neuroscientist who discovered that after someone's emotional core of their brain is damaged, they are incapable of making decisions. That's right. You make decisions based on emotion, and you justify those decisions based on logic. So writing content. So if you're a technical writer, right? If you're a technical writer, does that make you a copywriter? If you're a technical content writer, you interview people who are subject matter experts, and then you write content. And then let's say you're at the bottom of that content after you teach them something. So that technical writer's job might be take this really complicated subject and make it simple. So those skills are similar to copywriting. We're writing in clear, and we're taking very complex things and making them very clear and easy to understand, expressing ideas simply, and doing research. Very similar to copywriting, but it's not copywriting because that is not speaking to the emotional brain. Copywriting is a language. The words that are on the page are a facade. The real message is being communicated in the subtext. That's what copywriting is. And it communicates directly to your emotional brain. If you want to learn exactly, because nobody teaches you this. In school, they teach you how to communicate information. Nobody teaches you how to speak directly to the emotional brain. And that's why I wrote a whole book on this topic. It's called Take Their Money. It's available at kylethewriter.com/book. And that's because the words are a facade. The simple, expressed ideas, the simple, clearly expressed ideas in the print are a facade. It makes you think, okay, I get this information. I understand it. This is easy. It's copywriting. It's just extending a relationship. No, dude. Copywriting is beneath those words. It's in the subtext, and it is triggering your sales emotions. There's 4 emotions. I got a new word for these. I'm calling them the more emotions. M-O-R-E, the more emotions. It's new, easy, safe, and big. So the mnemonic device is not more. The mnemonic device is Nesby. But I'm calling them the more emotions. If you can trigger one of these 4 emotions, the audience is going to want more. If I tell you information, it doesn't make you want anything. It doesn't compel you to any sort of action. If I extend a relationship with you, that doesn't compel you to action. Copywriting's purpose is to trigger these emotions to cause you to take an action. So I reject this definition that copywriting is using the written word to start, enhance, or extend relationship with a customer that includes salesmanship in print. Just because it includes principles of copywriting doesn't make it copywriting. I think one of the reasons that Ed is done like that or listed like that, I think is to water down the subject to make it more accessible for everybody. But it's not. It's a professional skill, right? That's where I'm coming in. I'm pounding the table. I'm putting my foot down. Copywriting is a professional skill, and make money onliners and get rich quickers are taking that professional skill and they're watering it down so that they can say, hey, you can get rich tomorrow. And it'd be the same thing as me taking the CPA, Certified Public Accounting exam, one of the hardest exams in finance, right? One of them. There's some that are harder. And instead of telling you this is a professional language, you need to study, you need to practice, you need to really take it seriously, I told you, you know what? You can get a CPA and be working as a public accountant tomorrow, no effort required on your part. And I think that's where these definitions are coming from, where they're taking a very specific set of skills and it's being watered down so that everybody feels like they're participating, particularly content writers. No, dude, if you are not specifically writing and knowing that you're doing it, that's the thing. You don't just scribble down short sentences and, oh my God, I'm triggering emotions. No, you know what you're doing. You know it's a language and you know how to speak it or you do not. And it is specifically designed to compel people to take action. Even though you're doing research, even though you're expressing ideas simply, does not make you a copywriter. Only if you are specifically writing things with the very, very deliberate intent to trigger very specific buying emotions, new, easy, safe, or big, that's the only time you're writing copy. Okay, let me see if I got any other notes here. Why do I care? Okay, I wrote that down. Why does this bother me so much? Because it confuses the marketplace. Okay, It confuses people like you watching this right now. You go listen to that definition, you think you're building a relationship. No, dude. Copywriting is not here to make friends. It's here to sell stuff. It's here to make people buy your thing or take a specific action. Sign up for your lead gen, your lead magnet. Sign up for your free report. Sign up for your newsletter subscription. Buy your book. Copywriting is here to make you take action. It is not here to make you buddies. That's branding and marketing. That's content writing, right? Delivering value. Sure, I'm delivering value here. I am a copywriter delivering value. I am a copywriter delivering value. I do not claim this to be copywriting. This is building a relationship. Sure, we're becoming buddies here. Great. I love it when you guys leave comments and thumbs ups and hearts. That gives me all sorts of jollies. But I do not sit here and tell you that I'm doing copywriting right now because I'm using principles of copywriting within my videos. Doesn't make it copywriting, dude. So, let's see if I got anything else written in here. This one really, I was like, come on, man. Come on. That's not right. Okay, so why do I care? It confuses the marketplace. So if I tell you that copywriting is building a relationship, right? Now what are you going to practice? You're going to practice your relationship building skills? Like, if I tell you that copywriting is something that specifically triggers very specific emotional reactions in your brain to compel someone to action, you'll study that. Right? So it confuses the marketplace when you come up with these broad definitions of what a skill set actually is. If I tell an accountant that accounting is running a business, and he doesn't learn PP&E, and he doesn't learn expenses, and accounts receivable, and he doesn't learn all of the things that are actually accounting, then he's not going to be an effective accountant. It confuses the marketplace when you give copywriting these broad definitions that don't mean anything. Copywriting is writing words that specifically trigger buying or action-taking emotions and compel people to action. So, I'll give you 3 copywriting exercises really quick, because that's the thing. Like, I don't want you confused about what to do, man. Here's 3 things you can do every single day to become a better copywriter and learn how to trigger these emotions. 1, read a piece of copy every day. And I'm talking sales copy. That can be like an old advertisement. It can be a current sales letter. It's gotta be an ad thing. It's got a piece that has like, it's supposed to compel you to action. I offer a whole swipe file on my email list. As soon as you sign up at kylewriter.com/swipe, you'll get a welcome email. It'll have a button in the email, and people get tied up with this one. There's a button in the email to access my entire swipe file. So click that button, and you can see copy. All right, so number 1, read a piece of copy a day. Number 2, write a piece of copy a day. And I'm talking like real copy. I'm not talking like, hey, buddy, how's it going? Just wanted to catch up and blah, blah. No, dude, write something that has a benefit that your reader desires, that teases something they badly want, and compels them to action. It can be, I say write a page. It can be a couple short, like, half-page emails. It could be a page for a sales letter that you're working on. It can be anything. But you could hand copy the piece of copy that you read. But it should compel someone to action. It should not build a relationship. Okay, next. Oh yeah, come up with an idea day. So while you're reading and writing copy, that just should come like as a byproduct. As you're reading copy, writing copy, you should think, oh, this is a cool idea. I should try this when I'm writing or advertising or marketing or whatever I'm doing. Okay, so copywriting is a skill designed to trigger certain very specific emotions to compel people to action. You want to learn how to speak the language of copywriting? That's what I'm telling you. Copywriting is a language. Don't water it down to be. If you're telling, you aren't selling. If you're educating, you're not selling. So when you water it down, when anyone waters it down to that level, then I think it's doing more harm than good. Because now that person is confused. Now that person doesn't know what to study. Now that person doesn't know what exercises to practice. That person is not going to become a good copywriter because they think they're trying to build a relationship. I grossed $7.1 million for Agora Financial writing direct response sales letters. That is not a relationship building job. That was writing a sales letter that expressed a big idea that the audience found very useful and a big opportunity that they badly wanted to participate in so that they bought. There is no relationship building beyond the fact that this page, they need to go from complete stranger to they trust me to they're buying. That's why they're so long, because I have to overcome all their objections, build that trust, build that credibility, and put in a lot of work on proof. That's the relationship we're building, and it basically starts at Dear Reader and it ends at Buy Now. All right, we've got daily emails. We've got, we call that editorial. We don't call it copywriting. We have editorial writers, okay? We don't call them copywriters because they're not copywriters. They build the relationship. They send the information. They educate. They sometimes entertain, but they do not sell like we sell. Okay? So get that in your brain. Did I cut off my own pitch earlier? If you want to learn how to write, and if you want to speak the language of copywriting, the language that communicates directly, goes past this logical crap, and it goes straight to the emotional brain, where decisions are actually made, scientifically proven that if your emotional brain is damaged, you cannot effectively make decisions anymore. If you want to learn how to speak that language, go to copywriter.com/book. Check out that book. I'm going to show you real examples of copywriting, like real copywriting, where you're compelling someone to take an action, where you're stirring up desire, where you're making them passionately want more. So I'm going to start calling these I'm going to call them the more emotions. New, easy, safe, and big are the more emotions. They make your reader want more. They want to know more. They want to get in now. All right? That's what copywriting is. That's exciting stuff. Educating, not so much. All right, let's look at some questions and comments real quick. Zeth says, hey, Kyle. What up, Zeth? Thanks for dropping in. He says, love this one. You speak truth, especially with the get-rich-quick mentality constantly pushed online. I always see ads or some sort of clickbaity title using this template for copywriting. Can I see more? Use this template for copywriting website. A vast majority of online market is flooded with junk content. Keep preaching the truth, Kyle. Hey, man, I appreciate that. And I think that's kind of one of the things that I do believe that I can build that relationship. I do believe that I can speak truth and still make sales. The proof is in the pudding, because I'm selling books every single day. I'm selling research bundles at the bottom of that sales page at kylethewriter.com/book. I have a research video course for folks who are actually actively practicing copywriting and need to learn how to find cool hooks to grab people's attention, to find cool things that actually strike at their customer's desire. I have 6 videos. I can't hold up the other hand. I have 6 videos at the bottom of that page. I'm selling those, right? I'm selling those. I'm selling books. I'm making sales every single day. And I'm sitting here telling you I don't believe in templates. There's one template I've offered up on this channel. It's the body copy template. And I like to call it a formula more than a template. But it is kind of a template. It's objection, claim, proof, benefit. Whether you're a master genius copywriter or a junior copywriter, that template is universal in body copy. Like it's like a must-have. I highly recommend using that. It'll make your life so much easier. Otherwise, I try to avoid templates pretty much at all costs, and I'm still selling. Right? I don't have to use those gimmicks. Instead, I'm using research. That's another thing. I think the selling is in the research. For instance, the thing that I just found about that neuroscientist saying that when someone damaged their emotional brain, they couldn't make decisions. Everyone thinks you make these decisions based on like pros and cons and logic. Dude, study after study after study has proven that is not the case. Look at loss aversion. People will give up really amazing opportunities because there's a gamble that they could lose. They will not pursue an amazing gain. They'll take a surefire, mediocre gain because it's guaranteed. All right? New, easy, safe. Safety is such a huge trigger, dude. It will compel people to give up things irrationally. Things that don't make sense on paper. Like, why would you do that? Why? Like, you can't justify it with logic. It's all done in your emotional brain. Your amygdala is done in your croc brain, your lizard brain. It gives you intuitions. Your decision is made there intuitively. It is the logic that justifies it so that you can explain it to your friends and not feel like an idiot. But the emotional part of your brain makes those decisions before the logic ever gets a say. And that's why you have to know how to speak directly to that part of the brain. You don't learn it in school. You learn it in my book, kylethewriter.com/book. Check out Take That Money. That's all I've got for this one, Copy Squad. This was a good one. This is one I'm actually passionate about. I like doing videos like this because I feel like I'm helping, and I'm helping clear up some information that could lead someone into like a weird place where they don't know what they're doing or what they're supposed to learn or what they're supposed to be practicing because they're told that copywriting is relationship building. No, we're compelling people to action by speaking to the emotional brain. All right, I'm rambling and talking in circles. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'll see more comments. Peace out, Copy Squad.